Hey everyone, it's Brandy Ellen from brandyellen.com and coachbrandy.com. I am just back from the grocery store, but the whole ride I couldn't stop thinking about habits and how I understand that a mindset pattern has to change in order for these habits to stick, in order for you to really have some long-lasting change in your life. But the thing with me is that I like to look at things a little simpler. And I know sometimes mindset work can be really hard. I learn better through experience with my mindset work. So for example, let me just fix my hair. So for example, habits, right? So when I change one habit, I started walking every day. Years ago, 4.5 years or 5 years ago, I started walking with my children regularly. We started going to the local community center gym, and I was using the treadmill as well. So we started walking together as a family, myself and my 3 children. And that became just kind of this habit. Walking became a huge part of our lives, and that's just how it is. But the thing is that one habit, maybe my mindset I didn't work on mindset stuff first. I worked on that one habit. So I implemented that walking every day. It was like one walk every day around like the neighborhood that we used to live in, or it would be a mile or 2 on the treadmill if I went to the community center, that sort of thing. But every day I made sure to walk at some point. And fast forward to this past year, I actually start my walking exercise first thing in the morning. I do a 15 to 30 minute thing, but throughout the years, this habit changes and I add something to it. This is why I set up like my free 4-week email challenge, which is to change one habit in 4 weeks, right? Using my cheat code system, because my Habits Equal Life book comes out March 29th. And I'm trying to really get you guys into that mindset of like, how do I use habits to make my life better? How do I use habits to feel better? How do I use habits to like get over the winter blues and all those things? Because somebody out there is going to want to use my cheat code system, and I hope it's you. So obviously you do need mindset work. You need to adjust your mind to this new way of living. So here's what happens with my habits though, is I told you how I started, but just recently I did the Whole30 challenge, and a lot of you tuned in and watched it and were tracking my progress on brandyellen.com. You were watching it right here on YouTube. The Whole30 challenge for 30 days, it actually changed how I eat, how I shop for groceries, and how I feel, right? It's crazy. Even now, if I had like after Whole30, I was like, I really want a piece of cheesecake. And I had this little piece of cheesecake. My stomach was like, this is bad. It had all these chemicals and stuff in it. It was horrible. My stomach knew that. So over time, as you change a habit like that, just one habit in 30 days, it transforms everything. It transforms how your body responds to the different stimulants in your environment. It responds how your brain responds. It's just crazy how just 30 days can seriously transform even the smallest bits of your life. So during that Whole30 challenge, my 30 day of that habit of eating Whole30, I actually transformed how my body responds to sugars and other chemicals and preservatives that are in processed foods. I also transformed my mindset, because now how I look at food is fuel. How I look at food when I go shopping is I read the labels, and I always make a choice to go with something that has as few ingredients as possible. And I always try to go as close as natural as possible, because I had to do that for 30 days. And then also I noticed I'm still setting my plate, like plating my food the same way I would have in Whole30. You know, I make sure there's a healthy fat, I make sure there's a protein, and I make sure there's a veggie, and sometimes I'll have a fruit. And that way of eating for 30 days makes it now a habit for me. I now reach for those veggies or a fruit and a protein with every meal or snack I have. So that is why I say habits need to come first for some of you, because that mindset stuff, sometimes it gets tricky. We have trauma from generations past that we carry into today. We have learned behaviors, all these things. So I honestly feel like if you can change one habit every 30 days, that you'll eventually start working on that mindset stuff, because you'll clear out all the chemicals from the processed foods, or you'll even walking, it'll boost your mood. And once you do something that helps you clear out the chemicals from processed foods, you start walking every day to uplift your mood a little, you find that you desire new things, you find that you are more grateful, and you find that your mindset is so different just by these little habits, like implementing a walk every day or adding a salad into your day every day. I mean, I have seen and felt my mindset and my whole family's mindset and personalities and habits change simply by implementing one small new habit every 30 days. And it's really only a 15-minute, maybe half an hour habit every day. It may be a new food that we introduce, but it is something really small, and it actually makes big changes. So I hope that this helps you realize that just trying one change, making something simple versus making it complicated, will help you have long-term success. Listen, we're here for the end goal, which is to make sure that we're healthier as we age, right? We want to be age gracefully. So today you can make a choice to try to change one habit, which is just add something new into your life, like a walk or a salad, or maybe 40 more ounces of water a day. Whatever it is, pick one thing today to change. Try it, commit to it for 30 days, and then track each day how you feel on your Instagram. I'm often posting on Instagram my accountability posts because it's important to hold myself accountable. It's also important to show you guys that I'm showing up for myself and for you. I know that by posting every day online, I've inspired other people to change their habits and to start walking more and all these things. So I want you to start doing that, because then you'll find your little people out there that you're inspiring to make a new habit change. And it's just this wonderful way to uplift our consciousness as human beings and help everybody live just a little bit better during these troubling, trying, stressful times. Thank you so much for listening. And if you listen this far, why don't you leave a comment with one new habit you plan on adding into your life, or one new habit you hope you could change. And if you want to know how to get into my free 4-week challenge, I'm going to leave a pinned comment below with the link to get into that. It's just a newsletter. It's a 4-week program to change a habit in 4 weeks using my cheat code system. And that'll get you in, and it's totally free. There's no like upsells or craziness. And I will let you know when my book releases, of course, too. So thank you all for listening. I look forward to reading your comments, and I hope you have a beautiful day.